listening to CrossTalk, a safe place to discuss addiction, recovery, harm reduction, and everything in between. Support for this podcast comes from the Kentucky Opioid Response Effort and Advocates of Recovery. Content and production by the team at Turning Point Recovery Community Center. Now, buckle up and get ready for the show.
Welcome, everybody, to the CrossTalk Recovery Podcast, the recovery podcast that supports all forms of recovery. My name is Nathan Brockett, and I'm here with...
Matt Lewis.
Yes. No, we start. Go ahead, Matt.
And Kevin Roberts.
Well, if you've been watching podcasts long enough, he needs no introduction. This is the man, the myth, the legend, Matt Lewis. He's decided to come grace us with his presence one more time before he...
One last time
on the... He's going to be hitting the road real soon, but I will save all that for him. This is a kind of an impromptu podcast, of course, just to get him on and, let him do what he does.
I got nothing.
You got nothing?
I just,
well, one thing you will do is tell me how to end this thing when we get there, because I've messed it up every time.
I kind of like your version better, honestly.
Oh, God.
It's, I like that you're keeping the stay grateful.
Yeah,
but,
it's a staple.
The way I said it was always, because I had done it so many times, it just sounded way too rehearsed. And you're just all over the place, like trying to remember.
Oh, God, it's terrible.
YouTube, I think.
It's over there. Just look up podcasts.
No, but I've been listening, and I'll get, it was really cool. The last episode, I loved hearing how everybody, which is funny considering what we were just talking about before the podcast, but how everybody was saying how much they like it better with the new schedule. I'm happy that things are going so smoothly.
Yeah. It's all opinions. You know what they say about opinions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man.
And I love that our consumers are still, sticking with it and, being able to roll with the punches. One critique.
Okay, let's hear it. This is going to be on film, so I'll be able to go back and study, and y'all can hold me accountable for it.
Maybe put a little more effort into the YouTube thumbnails.
Yeah.
I would change up the color every time and try. I'm sure you're probably rushed on the last one.
That's my fault. That is completely my fault, is that I'll wait till the last minute to do that part. See, last time, I know this doesn't make a hill of beans to any of you guys, but...
Recovery.
Yeah, recovery, in recovery, in the 5 Ps, the process... Okay, now I'll wait till the last minute and then get it to Patrick, and then he had to send it back to me twice last week because I forgot to export it into an MP4 and forgot to make the thumbnail. So that's where the thumbnail...
How did you give it to him?
I just gave it to him. I put it on the thing and gave it to him, and he sent it right back. Kia walked back twice because I forgot. I just forgot, man, because I was in front of the computer looking crazy. They pay the price for it because I'm not a fun person.
So you sent him the whole editing file?
No, I put everything together and had the old thumbnail on there. I forgot to change it out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was on me. So it will do better.
Well, yeah, it's a learning process, man. I did it for 4 years, and I still would have where one camera wouldn't record, or you get busy.
So what you been up to, man? What's been in the world, Lewis?
Here's the two things. First, I haven't worked in 33 days at Turning Point. Okay, technically, but I've been working every day.
Yeah,
I've been mowing yards, doing paintings for people for money, and. Odd jobs here and there, and then my wife is cracking the whip hard on this moving thing.
Good.
As I was telling Kevin, it's she's a very detail-oriented person. So we're not only packing, we're going through everything first, getting rid of everything we don't need, cleaning what we're taking with us, packing. Then on top of the packing, the totes, then we have to shrink wrap.
Oh my goodness.
And label. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
But, it'll be worth it, hopefully, when we get there, and it'll all be done and ready to go.
Yeah.
Just put it away.
Know where everything's at.
Hopefully that will be smooth.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of moving, too, and it sucks. I don't like it.
Terrible. I enjoy moving to a new place, having something new, change. I know change can be good. I'm not afraid of change anymore. But the process of moving to get to that is what sucks.
I completely agree. I don't like it at all. It's taking a toll on my kids too. It's dragging them back and forth, and they're trying to get adjusted to the new place, having to wake up earlier so we can adjust to getting them to school on time and all that stuff. So it's just been, it'll be over soon. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm excited to hear about when you get to where you're going. Looking forward to all of the wonderful Facebook posts and things you're going to be doing, because I'm sure you're going to make that a blast.
I plan to. I mean, that's in my head. That's what I envision it to, because I'm going to have this beautiful scenery.
Yeah.
Sunrises every morning, the lake, the mountains. Like, if I can't utilize that to make my content better, I don't know what I'm doing.
I don't know if it's going to be.
I don't know. What were you going to say? You don't think it could get much better? I agree, but
no.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing, man. I just having fun trying to put a positive message out there.
I love it.
It's harder than you think to come up with something every day.
Oh, I
that's
can
not just
only
repetitive.
imagine.
You know what
I
mean?
have trouble coming up with something every 2 weeks. Obviously.
You can tell, too, because when he runs out of stuff, he just starts messing with his wife and videotaping. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and she doesn't like that at all. But actually, I've almost got her convinced, because, I had helped her start a podcast, the Narrow Road podcast, which she was talking to people about what it's like to be single and a Christian. Mm-hmm. And she was like going through that. And she did a whole season of that. I think it was like 9 episodes. And we still pay for that Podbean spot. Mm-hmm. And so I'm trying to get her convinced to restarting that up, us both doing it, and it being a broader range of topics to include recovery. And I'll interview people, and she'll interview people, and we'll do them together. And that's the way I envision it. So hopefully we can get that going, because I think that would be a lot of fun. Something just for us to do together, and for a way for me to continue doing what I love doing with this podcast in a different way, So
that is cool. Yeah, I forgot that you guys were doing that she was doing that. That's cool. And now y'all are not single Christians anymore. Come together and I get to do a podcast about marriage.
Well, we were dating when we started it too, so it was kind of weird doing a podcast about being single. But she was single as a Christian for a long time before that. So, and she had a lot to say about that, and it was good. But I feel like she just used it to get in good with me. I feel like the Lord used it.
There you go.
No, but so we might be doing something with that, and I'm excited about. Like, I don't have a job yet.
Okay.
But I did an interview yesterday for this place, North Colorado Health Alliance. It's kind of like the Four Rivers out there, and they have a program. It's their Mattervan QRT basically combined into one.
That's cool.
And so I thought the interview went great. I'm waiting to hear back from them. If I don't get that, though, I'm not worried, because I just look at it like, when I get out there, I'll be there.
You'll be there.
Easier.
See you and all that.
Yeah, so, I mean, I'm just really excited. I'm just ready to get there now.
Oh, I can only imagine.
I mean, not working here for 33 days and still being busy. Like, I went to Florida for a week and a half.
Yeah.
That was a blast. That was a much
It looked like y'all had a good time, man.
Yeah, we went to Panama City. We went to Orlando. We went to St. Pete for most of the time, and just relaxed and took in the sights and shopped, and got a lot of sun.
Yeah, you're awfully tan, man.
Yeah. Well, one day we went out on a boat one day, and then another day there were these kayaks there, and me and her cousin went out into the bay, and it was literally like 2 feet from me, dolphins coming out of the water. Like, I could have reached out and touched them. So I've been having a blast, and I needed that, like, that time off.
Rejuvenation, man.
And this time, because once I get out there, and get a job, I'll be busy. Yeah. I won't be having time off for a minute. And I'll be trying to learn everything wherever I'm working to get plugged in. Plus, I'll be having to get re-plugged into a recovery community out there. I'll have to go to meetings again. God. No, I I look forward to that for real because
It's like a reset, man.
Yeah.
no, because that's the important stuff. Like, right? That's why you do it so much early on.
Yeah.
Because you got to build that support group around you. And I've been in this recovery community for almost 6 years,
Yeah.
and I have a rock solid support group here. And so where I didn't go to as many meetings as I probably should, and people give me a hard time about it. I would go speak and stuff. My buddy Russell, he was giving me a hard time about it earlier. He's like, "So you're gonna have to go to meetings again?" But I look forward to it because
Yeah.
I know that I'll get in there and I'll get to meet people, and I'll probably start sponsoring people.
Yeah.
And like that excites me because it's gonna make it all fresh and new as I learn.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And I'm gonna have to. It's like instead of me being like 7 years, I'm almost 6 years, but say a year from now, if I stayed here and it's just like this is just the same thing over and over again. Now it's just like a complete reset at almost 6 years sober, so it's gonna be all brand new.
Yeah. Yeah, thinking about that, to me is exciting. I mean, it's a whole new set of people, different environment. Maybe a different outlook on things too. I mean, I'd like to think, maybe Colorado's a little more progressive. I don't know, maybe.
We can only hope, but either way, it's gonna be like that's what I liked about when I did. I've done a couple interviews already, and everywhere that I've talked to has been like all inclusive, supportive of all forms of recovery. Cool. Like that's where their focus is, and that's what makes me excited because that's where our heart is here, and I'm just hoping that it's not as divided as some of the community is here.
Yeah.
But like I'm looking forward to getting there and find out, and then recovering out loud and being a voice for unity between the programs. Like that's something I've talked on here a lot about is I don't like the division between AA and NA and everybody's like our way is the only way, and it's like no man, we're all just trying to heal and be better people, and we need like with all the division in the world today, the last thing we need is for us, the recovering few, to be divided.
Yeah.
But that's my perspective on it. So
I think it's I think you're on to something with what you're doing, man. It's to me, it's like almost a little jealous for real because I mean, you get to do something brand new. You've never done anything like this. I mean, I know being around you as long as I have, you've gone from place to place to place to place, stuff like that. But you've never been probably in the mindset with the principles that you have now, being able to go do something like this. So it's like a whole new world, and the possibilities are endless.
Yeah, it's like I do these interviews and I have to be humble because even though like I've got a lot of experience in the field and I've done a lot and I know and I've moved up and I also know that I know nothing. It's like wherever I get a job, I'm going to come in as the low man on the totem pole.
Yeah.
All my experience will be helpful, but I have to be open-minded and willing to learn more, and I'm excited for that. That's what I tell them, whenever I do these. I was like, I'm excited to come in here and see what you guys offer, see how you do things. They were talking about, the place I just interviewed for is talking about their Overdose Awareness Day events and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And they also run 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, with their events being on the weekends.
Oh, really?
And flexing time for different places. So I was like, okay, that's cool. So it's basically like if that works out, then it would just be a pretty easy transition.
Yeah, for
just
sure.
Relearning. Like here, I was so plugged in, right? Like I knew I had every treatment facility's numbers, the caseworkers at the hospital.
Yeah.
I could make a phone call and get somebody in treatment at any given moment, right? And there I'm starting from scratch and having to rebuild that. Those connections.
Plus you got to look at too, if you get ingrained in the recovery community like you plan on, all the connections that you're going to make, you never know what kind of doors that's going to open for you. I know everywhere that I've been employed since I've been sober, and all the people that I've met have been solely because of the fact that I was in recovery and that I was involved and stuff like that. So you never know what kind of doors are going to open for you.
No, that's why I haven't been worried or stressing about the job at all, because I know once I get there, I can, I go to all the meetings in town to check them out, and I'll introduce myself and say, anybody know of a job in recovery? And I bet you I get all kinds of suggestions.
Oh, sure.
So, because that's what I love about the recovery community is the people out there want to help other people because they've been helped. You know, that's where their hearts are at. Like they know that's part of one of the 12th step of several programs is to help people. So, I'm not worried one bit about it. And even maybe I get this job and get out there and something better comes along. You know, it's like you never know. But it's all gonna be good.
Yeah, no, and you're gonna make it good. You know what I mean? You have a habit of being able to turn nothing into something. You know what I mean?
What nothing did I turn into something?
This. I mean, let's think about it. You know, this and. You know, you've had a gigantic hand in improving programs that we have over at Turning Point, that, you know, processes that are
I think I can see his head swelling.
Oh,
right?
No, it's funny you say that because Sam always said I had small hands, and now you say I have gigantic hands. You hear that, Sam?
Or do he even watches the podcast anymore? You know what I mean?
You know what you should do for this podcast? Don't even mention me. Just make the YouTube thumbnail that it's Sam, even though he's got to get permission to be on it now. And,
that way we know for sure he's going to click on it.
He's going to click on it and be like, what are you guys doing? And then, it's not him.
I had
obviously.
considered calling him and sticking the microphone up real close to the phone.
You should.
We'll do that sometime. Do like we did Brandon that one time, just catch him completely off guard. Just to start with it. We're on live, baby.
Yeah, that was funny when we did that to Brandon. I don't think he appreciated it
No,
too
who
much.
cares? You know what I mean?
I would imagine his reaction would be very different from Sam's.
Yeah.
Well, you could tell he immediately switched personality.
Yeah.
Like, I'm being
You can almost hear
recorded
the
right now.
click in his brain. You know what I mean? No. But no, I'm glad to hear you got some exciting stuff coming up, man. I mean, I know, like I said, anything that you do out there is going to be wonderful, and I know you have the capacity to help a ton of people. You know, just like you did here. You're not going to miss a beat. You know, and I have complete faith that everything's going to go fine. I'm grateful that the moving process is slowly getting started. I mean, really, you still got a while before you'll move, right? I mean,
the 29th.
Yeah.
So this podcast will come out on Memorial Day.
yeah.
If, you do everything you're supposed to do.
If I do it right. Pressure, dude.
And then the 29th is when all our stuff will be loaded up on the truck on the 27th, I believe. And then we're going to leave 2 days later because it's going to take like a week to get out there.
Yeah.
And we're going to take our time getting out there, take a couple days, get out there. But I'm ready for it.
Yeah.
Like I said, 33 days without clocking in.
Without a W-2 job.
Yeah. And, it seems like longer than that.
Yeah.
But it's all it's been. We'll be right back.
Did you know that recovery from substance use disorder and mental health go hand in hand? That is why the caring and compassionate mental health professionals at Four Rivers Behavioral Health in Paducah are here to help you find your balance. They are proud of you for making the changes necessary to live a healthier life and would love to see you reach your full potential. Give them a call at 270-442-7121 or stop by the downtown location at 425 Broadway in Paducah, Kentucky.
So in a couple more weeks when I go I'll be ready I'm just ready.
Yeah.
Hurry
up and wait.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like.
But it's
sounds like the
this
military.
next 2 weeks is I was trying to schedule a dinner with someone yesterday, and this is funny. I've had people reaching out to me that I haven't done, that I used to do peer support with, that I haven't done peer support with in years.
Yeah.
Being like, hey man, let's get together. I need to talk to you, like things like that, which is great.
Yeah.
So I've been working in that capacity as well too, but that's where my heart is. I enjoy that stuff. So trying to make sure everything's packed and ready for when the truck gets here, and then schedule all these dinners and lunches with people who want to see me one more time. It's just jam packed already.
Yeah.
So it's gonna fly by from here.
I'm sure.
And but enough about me.
Yeah. No, it's all about you, man.
I mean, I love to hear, I walk in here today, you got new stuff going on in the lobby.
Yeah, we're painting the chalkboard wall. So Kia had this just out of left field idea. She was like, what if we had a chalkboard wall. And I was like, huh. She envisioned it and said, they make chalkboard paint. I didn't know that. I didn't know that was a thing. And I was like, oh, we're doing that. And when we got the paint yesterday, I painted the wall. Some of our participants have graciously decided to donate trim and paint it and cut it for us, and that's the finished product up there right now.
Yeah.
I'm
cool.
excited for that. I didn't know if it was going to get approved, but flying colors. I actually meant to tell you too. I don't know if anybody's told you, but we were able to leverage some funding. Grateful for some of our funding sources. We're going to be able to get some more fun stuff in here. We got an ice cream maker now.
Saw that.
We're getting a hot dog roller.
Oh yeah. I'm good with that.
Snow cone machine.
I swore off hot dogs.
I know you don't like hot dogs, but like snow cone
You
machine.
like green hot dogs, man?
We're getting all kinds of stuff, and I'm glad that we're able to do it because I think it's going to add some fresh. You know what I mean? We got new grant stuff coming up. It feels like stuff's always coming up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like here lately we've just
and
had.
You said that like you had a great success fundraising for the recovery walk.
Yeah, we did
year.
well with that. I don't want to put a number out there, but we did better than we have over the last couple of years. Actual donations versus purchasing materials, which always helps because we're able to take those donations and turn the tide of someone else's life, being able to do other things. I'm excited about that. So, recovery walk, of course, being right here. Shameless plug, but Sax, you're not going to be there
too. I'm supportive.
Yeah,
I still support Turning Point.
Yeah, he's gonna forget all about it once he hits that Colorado line.
What's Turning Point?
No, I'm excited about it, man. And then of course before the recovery walk, we got a few things coming up. The sun's out, buns out. I'll tell you that I know it's coming up on the 26th. Next Saturday, well, it's not even going to matter. I don't know why I give out dates like that on the Dadgum podcast. May 26th. Y'all won't know about it because you're watching this after the fact. But we did one in Fulton.
No, Memorial Day is the 25th. So this will come out the day before that.
I mean, he's had his dates mixed up all day.
It's been
thought
bad,
it was Thursday
dude.
till like 1.
It's just been a wacky week for me. It
So
really is.
on a Tuesday.
Okay. On a Tuesday.
the 26th?
No, the 29th.
29th is when I'm leaving.
So that's when Suns Up Buns Out is. We're going to get it together someday, but it's just not going to be today, okay? It's just not going to be today. We're having a Suns Out Buns Out. Just come check us out sometime at the end of May. We'll be out back grilling, have karaoke. We're going to be giving out prizes. We did this last week in Fulton, and I'll be honest with you. We've done things in Fulton County before, and sometimes they've been, low on attendance. We went into that event thinking it was going to be that. It was quite the opposite.
Now, Sun's Out, Buns Out. Are you going to be wearing assless chaps?
No, not yet. We're not there yet. I'm not that comfortable with my hiney yet.
Okay.
But, once I get there,
It's
everybody.
very deceptive then.
Yeah. Every time I promote it, I'm like, you got to come with your clothes on. So hopefully nobody shows up butt naked because it's going to be crazy. But we ended up feeding 67 people.
Wow.
At the Pontotoc, where it's at over?
Yeah.
I sat in front of that grill for 2 hours straight. I was not expecting that at all. And people that didn't look like us, different demographics, things like that. It was exciting. It was a good time. We had a lot of fun. And, of course, just gauging the attendance for that event, it's probably going to be huge this go-around on this coming up Saturday. So I'm looking forward to that. I really enjoy those events like Rock and Recovery where we set up, just act a fool. I love it.
Yeah, I love what it I would love to see it get bigger again and do something like that. Was our baby, you and I. That was our first big event. But also, I love what it's kind of become because it's just been like this fun thing where people it's more karaoke than anything. But people enjoy that, and at first, I remember when we were in Centerpoint and we were locked down and couldn't go anywhere. And the nights they'd pull out the karaoke machine,
it was a good time.
We'd have a blast.
Good
everybody
time.
was hooting and hollering, and it's great to see that you can do those things and you don't have to be drunk. 'Cause I used to go karaoke all the time with a bunch of people, and we'd be hammered, and at the end of the night, there'd be 20 of us on stage singing Don't Stop Believing, and it sounded terrible. And I had to be hammered to get on that stage.
Yeah.
And now, people can get up there, and they're facing their fears.
And they might win something.
Yeah.
That's the thing I like about it. I mean, of course, we encourage people with a ticket. And, that ticket goes for a raffle. We give them prizes. And we're going to continue doing that. That's one of those events that pretty much builds itself. I'm excited about that. we're able to, I think with Rock and Recovery, it means so much to me because I think it gives people an opportunity to face that fear of being in front of people.
Yeah.
Especially some of our folks that are in treatment. You know what I mean? Last time we did it, we had a group of gals that got up and all sang together. I loved that part. That was so cool to see. They ended up winning some stuff.
Little girl that sang?
Yeah.
Little girl that sang that song? She was like, 2-3 years old?
Yeah.
Knew every word.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
And everybody's just cheering her on.
Yeah.
And those are the things. That's what it's about to me, man. Is that community, that family friendly. And one of the things that I've talked about recently is just how family friendly that the RCC has gotten. I was talking to wasn't it you? I looked downstairs out of my office the other day. I looked down and the RCC was just full of life, man. There was just sitting people talking to the peer supports, people laughing. There were kids down there, babies, animals. Yeah. It was full, hustle and bustle. I stopped for a second. I just had this immense wave of gratitude come over me. It was just like, man, like this. I even told him, I was like, I wish Gretchen and Thelma could be over here to see this right now because this is what it's about. So on those days,
that is really cool. I heard about all this on the last podcast.
Yeah. Shut up, Nathan. You're talking about old stuff. I forgot that you actually watch the podcast still. Our one subscriber.
No, but I really do think that's cool because that's what it always was supposed to be and what I always felt it was. I mean, like over the years we've been here, we've seen the regulars have changed.
Yeah.
There's always the one over-the-top character, and he's in and out, and that changes too. And that's what keeps it interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Brandon used to hate those people, and I loved it.
Oh man! Speaking of that one particular one, the one that I've taken custody of.
Yeah.
So I was telling her about how I'm hiring people right now, and I told him I was like, Brandon, I don't know what we're gonna do. It's getting down to where we need to hire some people, and I mentioned his name, and you could just hear it. He just deflated. He's like, "You're not really thinking about that, are you?" Like, no, but you can tell. If I would,
I would love it if he was to the point where he could do that because how great that his heart's in the right place with it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, obviously he's not ready.
But no, I feel like. Like I was saying in the last podcast, I don't feel like I just don't give people enough, ourselves enough credit for the things that we do. And that's where the word doo-doo came from, if you watch the podcast, doo-doo.
I did. You said it several times.
I know, so.
That's why I said this podcast.
He loves it, too. Look at it.
Yeah,
I thought you were going to call last podcast doo-doo.
No, because like I said, I just got stuck and was like, I need to hurry up and finish this. That's what prompts me being on my knees in front of my computer. It's the focus.
It's great.
You know what I mean? That's the process. My creative process. I got to get down on my knees.
Yeah, flex that muscle. Because like the thumbnail is the first thing people see.
Yeah, well, I'm going to do better next time, courtesy of Matt Lewis. I'm going to make sure that I don't.
It's funny because he looks so serious and he's irritated. You know what I mean? But he's on his knees.
Yeah.
It makes it all comical.
Like what's really funny about it is he's got this huge desk with 2 screens, 2 monitors, and like you'd think it'd be the sweet setup, and now here he is on his knees.
Because half of the stuff don't want to download. Like, man, they don't care about this stuff. They got, like I keep saying, they don't see the background work that goes into it. You know what I mean? And I'm still learning. And plus, I got a million other things I'm doing, but we'll get there. And we'll perfect it.
Yeah, I mean, I really did think it was a lot for you to take on, especially with all the new changes. But I was hoping because everyone was supposed to be here every day that it might be able to be easier for you. I don't know.
No, people are still here. We just got people that go out and do things. You know what I mean? It's not, it can't. It's not that not everybody's here. It's just not everybody's sitting in the RCC because they're going and doing stuff.
And that's not where they're supposed to be every time. If everybody was just sitting in the RCC, there'd be a lot of things that we're not getting done.
I chaired a meeting today so somebody could go get a ride to a MAT appointment. So we go get flyers made. Key was out doing some stuff. So, I mean, ebb and flow. You know what I mean? Just being where we need to when we need to. So
I had to resist the urge to let Chastity let me in the closet and check out the state of these Narcan kits.
Me and Kevin made something the other day, and none of them unfolded. Made a whole tote. None of them unfolded.
They're holding together?
Just she, and I've got a...
Nice and neat?
Yeah, I think so. And plus, the Purchase District Health Department's getting, what'd they say, another 12? They're about to get a bunch that we're going to help them with, so I'm looking forward to that. finally got into the school. I don't know if we told you that.
Campus.
Finally.
Murray State.
Like
yeah?
campus, in there.
Out
That's
there
so cool.
I think
once a
you
month
went out
now.
there once before I left, but that's awesome, man. That's something that's been
Hopefully.
needed and been working towards for a while now.
Hopefully we can get one of those PPSs
Yeah.
on campus. That's my goal. Now I don't
Well,
know
that
that they'll
one,
go for it, but I'm
the
gonna
ones
try.
at the bowling alley is right off campus.
Yeah.
It is. It's close, but I'd like to have one on campus. The Curris
Yeah.
Center, man, everybody that attends Murray State University hangs out in that building for an hour a day or goes there to eat or goes to the store. And, I mean, it's not like these kids that age. Like when I was in college, that wasn't that long ago, fentanyl and overdose deaths and stuff like that, it just wasn't that prevalent. You know, now it's they don't even put it on the news anymore because it's old news, you know, and I'd like to have one there because it seems like every month when we have, you know, the OD MAP meeting with the health department, we're seeing overdoses happen either right on or right off of campus. So I think it'd be a good attempt at making a difference. So
Right. And that just makes me think, and just for some god-awful reason, is that I hope the people that are listening to this or watching this understand that if you're struggling, no matter what social class you may think you're a part of, what you look like, please reach out if you're struggling or you know somebody else is struggling. You know what I mean? Like that whole statistic, you know, we see it as numbers, percentages, dots on a map, but these are people.
Yeah.
These are people's lives. These are people's sons, daughters, husbands, kids, you know, all these things that, you know, potentially just by reaching out and getting some assistance, we may be able to intervene in those people's lives to stop them from becoming that statistic. So I've got to be on a panel tomorrow talking about stigma and all that kind of stuff. So I've been thinking about that a lot lately, just, you know, the things that are barriers to care for people. And a lot of times I think people just don't want to be seen as the what people like to see us as sometimes. You know, dirty drug addicts or stuff like that. I just been burned up about stigma and stuff like that here lately because it still exists. You know, just because we're in a turning point, we can talk amongst ourselves and we're used to it. That doesn't mean outside of this bubble that people aren't still getting persecuted against.
But you know, that's the thing with stigma. It's usually brought on by people who have no idea.
Oh, well, of course, yeah.
You know,
education kills stigma. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It really does. And you know, the fact that people's lives hang in the balance and this is still a thing is just ridiculous to me. You know, and we're making waves. Well, we reduced Kentucky overall 22% reduction in overdose deaths, a decrease again.
Well, you think about it like this, man. It's always going to be a thing.
Oh yeah.
I mean, sadly
matter what.
to say, but racism is still a thing.
I know.
You know,
Yeah.
there's always going to be somebody who's either not educated enough to understand or closed-minded in some way and vocal.
Yeah.
You know, there's always going
Loud
to be
and
that.
stupid.
But yeah, I was trying to say it as professionally as I could. But the thing is, we're way further than we used to be,
Right.
and it's getting better.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm encouraged by that. I'm encouraged about what the future will be. But just you got to know that there's always going to be jerks.
Yeah.
You know, and especially in this day and age, man, you don't even know if the people who are online or talking smack are even serious.
Real, you know?
They're just, you know,
doing it to poke at people.
right? Because they think it's funny. You know? But so don't let what people say affect you. That's the message in that. Like, you know, there's always
sure.
going to be somebody. Like, you think that I would do anything that I do on social media or music-wise or at all if I listened to what people said? Because I've received nothing but discouragement in that regard.
That's not the discouraging part. But that's the beauty of it, though, is you do it with just such a free spirit, like whatever. You know what I mean? I love that.
Sometimes I think that maybe I did just enough drugs to kill that, you know.
the part of you that
The give a
cares.
damn.
I was trying to think of a nice way to say it. Yes, the part that cares, what people think.
Yeah. No, I love it. That's how
like
I
that.
am.
Yeah.
And I think that comes with one age. You know, you get to a certain point and realize I used to like care what people thought and try to be who other people wanted me to be, and you miss out on half your life trying to please other people, and that fostered my addiction. You know, just trying to be a chameleon and fit in what the world you know, quote unquote, wanted me to be.
I used to pride myself in being able to fit in any box that I would
Yeah.
somehow land in.
But you weren't ever being you, right?
Yeah. Then I tried to get sober and I realized I didn't know how it was.
Right.
You know, and that was
sucks.
that was the battle. You
Yeah.
know, after
Yeah.
that was trying to figure that out, and that's something that I try to drive into the brains of all the people that I do peer support with now is be the truest version of yourself that you can possibly be, man. You know, because once I was able to do that myself, the happier I became. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Because who you are internally, spiritually, as a person, your interests are unique and they're special.
Yeah.
And, you know, those are the things that are going to bring you the most joy, even if nobody else likes them. And you're not going to be happy unless you're doing those things. And you may not know what they are. You know, I've said this before, and I always heard like people who are in recovery, like, all I ever did was get high. I don't know what I like to do. That's an exciting place to be.
You
Yeah.
go
Then just
discover new stuff.
Try everything. You're going to like something.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I remember when you started climbing. It was like, I
Yeah,
didn't know
like
if I was
that-
going to like this.
that
Now I love
was-
it.
Yeah, nice Spider-Man.
That's because I always encourage my sponsees to find a positive, healthy hobby, something that they can like throw themselves into. And one of them said he wanted to start climbing, so I was like, yeah, let's go. And now I'm still climbing, and he's not. But.
Yeah, there's one thing we know about Matt. He's going to outlast you. I don't know. I pictured myself wearing a cowboy hat with a cigar in my mouth when I said that. Well, Matt, been good talking to you.
Did we fill the time
We're at
slot?
35 minutes. I think that
wow.
gives me a lot to chop up. What was it? Back it up and chop it? What Brandon
Back
say?
and chop it up. Chop it up.
Back and chop it up. Yeah.
Back it up and chop it.
I gotta get good at this. I got to get good at this and get on a better time so I can start doing some silly
Well,
stuff
luckily,
on here.
this doesn't come out for like the
I've got
last
plenty
podcast
of
came
time.
out 2 days ago, so you got a week and a half.
Yeah, I got
Yeah, but he's
edit.
moving too, and
I'm getting there, bro. I'm just.
Well, that's good. You have this one in the bag. You can
I can
get on
juggle.
your knees a couple times a day and stare at my face.
Oh, it's a good way to end it. All right, everybody. So, just for old time's sake, Matt, I'm gonna have you take us out, bro. Take us out.
All right. Well, check us out on YouTube or listen to our audio versions on Apple, Google, Spotify, Podbean. And as always,
Stay grateful.
If you or someone you know is struggling with addiction or in recovery and needs guidance, speak with Turning Point's team of peer support specialists by calling 270-444-3621. You are not alone, and we are proof that recovery is possible.